Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this channel you will find study materials, PowerPoint presentations, video lectures of various courses, especially that of BS English Literature and Linguistics. Also I'll provide you the notes, papers and related stuff in the description box. So please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get notification. Today in this video I'm going to discuss about the Karl Marx, his important works, the Marxist approach, the Marxist theory, and the themes of Marxist historiography, its importance, and the Marxist five stages of history. So if you are interested, please watch the video till the end. So let's get started. Introduction of Karl Marx and Marxist Approach. Karl Marx was a German philosopher, economist, historian, and journalist. Marx's contribution in social theory gave birth to a new genre of historiography known as Marxist historiography. This approach to history highlights how the materialistic aims decide the occurrence of events. It is a method influenced by Marxism or communism. Friedrich Engels is a German communist, also contributed in initiation of Marxism. And some other modern Marxist historians are Paul Hist, Goran Thurban, and Barry Hindes. Now I'll discuss the Marxist theory. Karl Marx proposed this theory and he said that the value of commodity is determined by the labor required to produce it. This theory is the central theme of the communist social plan. Communism. What is in communism? In communism, the money is the state's property and everyone will get according to their needs. Whereas the opposite of communism is the capitalism, where the person owns the property and other assets. So the basic idea, the basic goal in communism is to establish a classless society where everyone is treated equally. Handling of resources by individuals is not allowed in communism. The Marxist theory focuses on the social power, for example, labor versus management, and education versus educated society. These discuss these points. Karl Marx's view on history, how he perceived history. His view is based on the dialectical materialism, which means that there are materialistic needs of people. People interact with each other on the basis of this interest, and he used the word dialectrical to describe history because it's a continuous process and never fully completed. For Karl Marx, the driving force in history is the man's relationship with the matter and focus on the man's role in a society. It stress on the economic factors as well. The basic idea of his theory is the economy. Now I'm going to discuss the themes of Marxist historiography. It highlighted the importance of economic factors, which is very important. He identifies social behaviors based on economic factors, the tendency to increase productive power of society, and tendency to social groups having common social interests which lead to social movements. Social and historical developments can be explained in the terms of economic and class factors. Marx looked upon the history as the record of struggle between different classes. You may ask the question, what is the importance of Marxist historiography? Let me answer. Importance of Marxist historiography. Marxist historiography explains how from a simple homogeneous we converted into a heterogeneous society on the basis of production of goods. Marxist theory of communism we applied to Soviet Union, which was one of the superpowers in the 19th century. So this theory got fame. It providing an economic interpretation of history and stages of growth, suggesting an alternative path of economic development. Now I'll discuss the major works or contribution of Karl Marx, his writings, contribution to the critique of the political economy, Das Kapital, Manifesto of Communist Party, The German Ideology, Poverty of Philosophy. These are his major books, although he write many books. And among them, the Das Kapital and the Economics are very famous. Karl Marx divided the history in 5 stages, so let me discuss each stage one by one. Marx 5 stages of history. So these stages are primitive communism, age of slavery, age of feudalism, age of capitalism, and finally the age of advanced communism. Let me explain in detail. The first one is the primitive communism. This stage refers to classless society. It is free of social inequality. At this stage, people work in accommodation with the nature and feel united. Uncivilized portion of economy in process of development. In this stage, people lived in forest and survived on hunting and products of forest. People lived in groups and resources were used in common. They were united. No one owned land and no one is exploited for their labor. They work together in order to survive. The second stage is the age of slavery. It's a class. There in this age there is a class struggle between slave and slave owners. The strong men ruled over the weak ones. People were under control of a strong man and they serve as a servants, and landlords acquire more wealth, more land, and surplus was distributed to citizens which exploited the slaves, and slaves were not given their basic rights, and slaves were treated with humiliation and atrocity. The third stage is the age of feudalism. Under feudalism, a king becomes the ruler over all the people. Class conflict between the peasants, the farmers, and the feudal lords. Feudal lords are those one who own the land. Exploitation of poor by the landlords. Land was owned by the aristocracy, which means wealthy people, wealthy class, which exploit the peasantry, the farmers who worked. The king gave land and the privileges to the nobles who ruled the people on behalf of him. As the trade develops, some people get richer. Under this system, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Here in this pyramid, you may see that it's a European feudal system. The top of the pyramid is the king, and under the king, the nobles, then the knights, and the bottom is the peasants, the farmers. The fourth stage is the age of capitalism. Capitalism means that everyone makes their own property and money. In a capitalist society, the economy is based on the business, trade, and consumption with aim of making big profit. As I already discussed, it is the opposite of communism. The capitalists get more power to serve their own interests. The problem is that this doesn't benefit all. The rich get richer and poor get poorer under this capitalism. It is Karl Marx called this stage the worst stage because the capital was no more in hands of monarchy but in the control of elite class. So in this class, the people are divided into different class: elite class, middle class, and the lower class. Those who are poor, limited access to owning the means of production, such as factories, mills, businesses, and other resources, are forced into work and exploited by the ones who owns these productions. The final stage is the age of advanced communism. This stage is yet to come, where the world will be classless and stateless society. And the basic idea is that a government where people share work fairly and were paid equally, and it believes in the collective group ownership and a planned economy. There is no concept of private ownership, and Marx believed that in most societies the rich get richer while poor get poorer. It is the main idea. He said that the economic systems go through historical cycles. Over time, an economic system becomes rigid and cannot adjust to new technologies, so a new system emerges with the new class relations and operations. So he divided the society into two economic groups. The first group is the oppressing class. Oppressing class are those that own the means of production, and the second class is the oppressed class. So these are those people that do not own the means of productions. According to him, the society is the history of class struggle. In any society, when these two opposing classes come into conflict, it propels history forward into a new stage of history and new classes emerged. So that's all for this video. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, and also you can find the notes of this lecture in the description box, so click the link to get access.